$234 million. That is how much Fortune magazine says people bet on the Kentucky Derby this past weekend. One single race. Betting on sports, or anything for that matter, is easier than ever thanks to our phones.
That's right. I recently caught up with a young man who got hooked on betting. He almost lost his friends, it impacted relationships with family, and it had his finances spiraling out of control.
There's definitely some relationships that had their tough points that I think I've tried to grow back and talk to those people and reassure them that that's in the past now.
This is Jacob. He's 26 years old and he's recovering from an online betting addiction.
I started doing that 4 years ago, maybe almost 5 at this point, end of 2021, and just was immediately hooked once I started getting on that website.
The website? You pick. He had several. He started with one that is not regulated because he learned about it from friends. Then he added popular ones you've heard of: Hard Rock Bets, Kalshi, Polymarket. There were others. And it's as simple as sending a text message to bet on almost anything. He had a detailed system of how he tracked his bets, the wins, the losses.
There's some weeks that I'd win a couple $1,000. There's some weeks that I could lose $1,000. You just never know. And there's different things on there, from sports betting to casino games, whether it's slots, blackjack, roulette, just honestly anything that you could play on your phone that you would normally see in a casino setting.
Jacob is not alone. It's a growing trend across Florida and the country. Younger people, specifically men, are gambling and losing thousands of dollars. According to the Florida Council on Compulsive Gambling, men accounted for 97% of the people seeking help for online sports gambling addiction. That number hasn't changed much over the years. What has changed is the amount seeking help, from 240 to 803. More than half were between the ages of 18 to 30. And while 803 may seem low, that's just the number of people who sought help.
It's made it so much easier now. Because back, maybe even 10 years ago, to gamble, you had to go to a casino. Nowadays, it's in your phone, it's in your pocket.
Dr. Kenny Tello is a behavioral and mental health doctor with Orlando Health. He says young people are most susceptible to this type of addiction.
Typically, 18 to about 26, our brain's still developing. And so we are driven a lot by dopamine, which is the feel-good hormone, and then that feels good to the brain.
Jacob focused at first on things he knew and was familiar with. He is a sports fan, has been one his entire life, so sports betting was his go-to. But as wins would trickle in, big losses would add up. And for him, the only way to make up the losses was bigger wins.
I would be up 3 in the morning knowing I had work the next day. I would go to work and I would be checking on that bet.
What were you betting on in Europe, like soccer?
It could be soccer, it could be tennis. There was table tennis that I was betting on too. And
Jacob, you're betting on table tennis.
I was.
You don't know anything about table tennis?
Anything about table tennis, no. You're just, at that point, you're watching numbers on a screen next to a guy's name, hoping that they win that set and then move on to the next one, move on to the next.
How did this affect you with your relationships, with family, with people around you?
It was bad. There was, I think one of the worst things that I've ever had to experience is the shame of asking my friends if I could borrow money. Up until a couple months ago, this was an everyday, every moment of the day thing that I was thinking about. And then in November, I finally decided that this was way out of control.
Important to note, Jacob is only a few months into his recovery. He says for now he has deleted all the apps and is working on regaining the trust of his friends and family regarding his money. Good thing for him. He does have a good career going and is able to financially recover. He said he is speaking out in hopes of helping others facing the same issues.
I know this must be a hard situation for him, considering he's still a sports fan.
Yeah.
It must be hard to just watch a game.
Well, you watch any game right now, and you're going to see the lines that come up for as far as the gambling lines go. You're going to see advertisement for betting apps out there, and celebrities are always saying, you know, get to this, buy this app, get this app. You get free $10 to make that next bet again. He said it's very easy to watch a game. It's hard knowing that the next bet is simply right there.
Oh, gosh, I hope he can find some joy in sports again soon.